This one's a real easy one to pick up on. When her words say one thing, but her actions tell a very different story. Today, I'll show you exactly how to call out that inconsistency before being taken advantage of and before it destroys an early relationship from the inside out. This topic comes from Chapter 6 of Rules of Engagement, with the lesson that cognitive dissonance isn't just a fun psychology term to say around your friends. It's a warning sign that her commitment, her respect, and her honesty may not actually exist. In this video, you'll learn how cognitive dissonance plays out in relationships, in addition to why it's so destructive and exactly how to address it in a way that forces clarity without losing your composure. Cognitive dissonance, made most famous by Leon Festinger, happens when someone's actions don't match their beliefs or their words. This results in an uncomfortable internal tension, so many people try to resolve it, often by justifying their behavior. Maybe they start shifting blame or quietly changing their story. In relationships, this can show up in ways that are frustrating at best and toxic at worst. For example, maybe she says that she's committed to spending more time together, but blows off plans at the last minute without a second thought. Or perhaps she states that you're a priority, but treats her time, her own attention, and her honesty like optional extras. As with other violations that you let slide, the more you let these contradictions go unaddressed, the more they'll pile up until the respect is gone entirely. Research has shown that when people are faced with dissonance, they'll protect their ego first. That might mean that she rationalizes why she didn't follow through, maybe downplays the impact of an issue, or even makes it your own stupid fault. Let me reiterate that calling out every little inconsistency is not about being confrontational for sport or controlling someone else's life. It's about forcing the conversation that actually has a chance to fix the problem. If she says that she wants more quality time, but then chooses activities that deliberately exclude you, it's often more of a pattern than a scheduling issue. And even the bad patterns become the foundation of a relationship if you allow them to go unchecked. I realize that calling out dissonance does take courage because it forces her to either align her actions with her words or admit that she's not willing to. But either way, you get clarity when you address it. And that's worth much more than a few more months of mixed signals and quiet resentment. If you haven't already brought it up, or if you're willing to give her another chance, the next time you see these contradictions, you can say to her something like, you've told me that I'm your priority, but you've blown off that day trip that we've been discussing for weeks and hoping that I wouldn't bring it up. If you're willing to own the gap between what you say and what you do, then we can keep moving forward. But if you've hit the point where it's time to move on, you can be much more clear and direct with a statement like, 3 times last week, you texted me about the importance of having quality time together while making plans all by yourself. This relationship ends here because you're consistently too far out of alignment with what you say and what you do. And here's the thing. Whichever path you take or she takes, it needs to reset the dynamic. Either you rebuild trust because she's stepping up, or you free yourself from a cycle that was only going to drain you further. If you found this helpful, I would appreciate a comment, and hopefully I earned your subscription. So for more about the full playbook for identifying and addressing red flags from the very first date, find a link to my author site and rules of engagement in the description. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.